Gunmen Abduct Catholic priest, 6 others in Enugu demand 100 million naira ransom. A Catholic priest identified as Reverend Father M. Ogida of the Catholic Diocese of Enugu and 6 other travelers were abducted by unknown gunmen in Enugu on Sunday evening. The incident occurred between 4:30 p.m. and 5 p.m. along Eke Afa Egede Road in Udi local government area of Enugu State. It was learned that the kidnappers had already made telephone contact with relatives of the victims, demanding a ransom of 100 million naira to be paid before the Catholic priest and other captives would be released. Report also stated that the kidnappers had left the children of the victims inside their car crying helplessly before police operatives arrived at the scene to evacuate them. The police command is here to react to the incident, but operatives of the Udi Police Division are already combing the area with a view to securing the release of the Catholic priest and other victims. Nigerian soldiers have neutralized alleged Biafran guides, recover weapons in Abia State. Troops of the 14th Brigades of the Nigerian Army, Ohofia, have neutralized alleged members of the self-acclaimed Biafran National Guide at Igboro Forest, a boundary between Ohofia and Arochukwu communities in Abia State. The brigade's public relations officer, Lieutenant Colonel Innocent Omale, disclosed this in a statement made available to news agency of Nigeria, NAN, in Umuahia on Tuesday. Lieutenant Omale said that the troop made a major breakthrough in the operation while acting on a credible, timely, and reliable tip-off. He stated that the Biafran Guide, an affiliate of the indigenous people of Biafra, bestowed to the troops superior and heavy firepower during the gun battle that lasted for minutes in the early hours of the day. 3 of the Guide members were neutralized, while unconfirmed number escaped with varied degrees of gunshot wounds and injuries, he added. Lieutenant Colonel Omale also stated that the troops recovered a locally constructed improvised multi-barrel rocket launcher with 16 barrels mounted on a vehicle and 1 locally constructed 12-barrel launcher. Also recovered were 1 locally constructed 4-barrel launcher with tripod, 6 locally constructed rocket launcher, 1 AK-47 rifle, 1 locally made den gun, and 4 locally made improvised explosive devices. Others included 1 Biafran radio, 2 machetes, 1 jackknife, 5 fragmental jackets, military uniforms and boots, 1 vehicle jack, code of conduct, an Android phone, and assorted charms. The brigade urged well-meaning residents of the state to cooperate with the security agencies by giving them credible, reliable, and timely information that could help in averting the efforts of the persons disrupting national peace. Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, legal counsel to the leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has stated that the Supreme Court will in a matter of days decide the date for hearing of Nnamdi Kanu's appeal against the Court of Appeal's verdict, stopping his release from the Department of State Services DSS custody. Record that Nnamdi Kanu had on November 3, 2022, filed an appeal at the Supreme Court against the Court of Appeal's October 28, 2022 verdict, which stayed the execution of its earlier order, discharging and acquitting him of all charges and directing his release from the custody of the secret police. The Apex Court had adjourned the hearing to September 14, but the date fell within the Supreme Court's annual vacation period. Giving an update on the case on Monday, Barrister Ejiofor, in a statement, said that as the Supreme Court finally resumes the new legal year on Monday, the court will formally commence hearing of appeals next week. Barrister Ejiofor recalled that Nnamdi Kanu's lead legal counsel, Mike Ozekome San, had formally requested for the court's approval of September 28, 2023 as the new scheduled date for the hearing of the appeal, following the cancellation of the earlier scheduled date. Ejiofor said there is a positive indication that in the coming days, confirmation or otherwise of the proposed new date will be made public upon our legal counsel feedback. Our request is simple. Let this appeal be heard with every urgency it deserves so that the fate of Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has been illegally held in the solidarity confinement of the DSS, will be determined, having been discharged of all the frivolous criminal charges leveled against him by the federal government since the 13th of October 2022. The federal government of Nigeria has continued to detain him in custody in clear violation of this subsisting judgment and orders of the Court of Appeal that directed for his unconditional release and consequently prohibited his further trial before any court in Nigeria or detention in any custody. As I have consistently maintained, the wheel of justice may grease slowly, but it will grant exceedingly fine in no distant time, he stated.